Hello, everybody. Whew, it's been a long day and it's hot. Well, we went out today and we did a little shopping. We went to uh, we went to a Goodwill store. Went over to a buddy of mine. I mentioned I'm gonna get some fertilized eggs, and what a blessing he was to me today. He gave me 2 dozen fertilized eggs, Rhode Island Reds, and then he went and packaged up four 6, 7 month old hens for me that are already laying. So that is awesome. Excuse me, that is awesome. So right here are the hens he gave me. These two in this crate, two in this pet carrier. So I will leave them in there a little bit longer in order to introduce them to the hen house. They say it's best to do it at night when all of the other hens have gone up and roost. So in a few hours, the hens will go in to roost. And once they're roosting, I will take these hens in and put them in the hen house so that everybody won't know they're there till morning. So, that's what you're supposed to do. The next item we got today, we went to Goodwill, and this is a 2 burner Browning stove. This is a propane stove. We were passing by and I saw the ladies pulling it out to put outside. I made a quick U-turn and went back, and I said, hey, what do you want for that? And I went ahead and picked that up, paid them, put it on the back of the truck, and hauled it off home. Everything looks good. The knobs seem to work fine. The governor in here seems to work fine. The hose on the regulator looks good. But I have these hose and regulators. I have them around here. So if this has a problem, I don't see no cracks or kinks. But if it doesn't work well, I can replace that. But everything looks great on this stove. The burners look good. I mean, it's a pretty good stove, and this is an easy $120-$130 item. But at the Goodwill, I paid $20 for it. So very good. Next thing we did, we went out. Everywhere you go, you listen to now, you hear them talk about the DEF, the diesel exhaust fluid. They're running low on it. They're going to be holding it back. Well, this is something that I need for my tractor. So I have a diesel tank on my tractor and I have a DEF tank on my tractor. So I just was telling my wife, I said, well, honey, if things go sideways and gets out of control, I have a lot of diesel, but I have no DEF. So this is not something I normally store, but I just went out and bought 4 containers of it. These are like $14 a piece. So that was not a big deal for me. So I picked those up today. And then you come over here. Like I said, my buddy gave me 2 dozen fertilized Rhode Island Red eggs. These are going to go in the incubator. I've been playing with the incubator. I got a new, let me spin this way. That back light was making it hard to see. So inside the incubator right now is 98 degrees, 66 humidity. We had another thermometer that was not showing humidity, so I went ahead and I bought this next one. So it was holding steady at 100 degrees, but this morning before I left, I tinkered with the knob a little bit, and it's now holding at 98. So I will put the knob back the other way to get it back to 99, 100, and that's where we want it to stay. Once I get that at that point, then I will put these 2 dozen eggs in there. I have some eggs in there already that I put in earlier. What I'll probably do later on tonight is I will candle those eggs. So what that means is I'll it's dark, I'll turn off all the lights and I'll shine a flashlight through the egg and see whether we have any growth in the egg. That'll let us know whether the eggs are growing, and that'll give us a good idea as to how we need to proceed. But this is awesome. 4 new young baby hens to add to the hen house, and I'm a bit excited about it. So they'll be here for another few hours. I know it's a little cramped, a little tight, but he did not have a big cage. This is all he had, and but they'll sit there for a few hours. They're fine. The shop is nice and comfortable, and we'll put them in the hen house later on tonight. The next item we picked up today, this is a Harvest Right freeze dryer. I have a buddy of mine who, well, this belongs to a buddy of mine. Early in the year, I visited some of my cousins up in Tennessee, northern Georgia, and they had one of these, and I was like, hey, I've been reading about it, and I want to get one. So I was telling a buddy of mine, I said, hey, have you heard about these freeze dryers? I'm going to get one of those. He said, no, don't get one. I have one. I'll just loan you mine. We'll set it up at your place, and we just rent it over there. So it was packed behind some boxes, and today he unpacked it. He moved the boxes, so I went over, picked it up, set it here, and we're going to get this set up and get this operational. So it was a very fun day. We had a wonderful time, and it's been exciting. Yes, I'm back in the shop. It's rather cool and comfortable in here, but I've been moving and doing a lot, so I'm just here sweating. So without really saying a whole lot or getting into a whole lot of gloom and doom, you know, there's a lot of chatter on the line about a lot of crazy things coming, and if you haven't figured it out by now, you know, I just have myself, my family prepared for whatever sideways direction everything goes. So we've got the chickens for our eggs. That's a very nice stove. I already have a few stoves, but then at $20, I just couldn't pass it up. Very nice stove. I've got propane tanks, got my DEF, and have my freeze dryer. So my purpose for the freeze dryer, well, my main purpose is, as you know, I have quite a bit of meat in the freezer. There's a lot of chatter about power grid issues, especially going into the summer, you know, so I want to freeze dry as much of my meat as possible, because my wife and I, we've talked about, hey, what are we going to do with this freezer full of meat if we lose power for a week or two, we've lost power for a week before. February 2021, we lost power for a week, so that was not a good week. So we talk about it, hey, what if we lose power for a week and we lose all this meat? The good thing is, when we lost power then, it was due to an ice storm, so all the meat was still good. But now if it's in the summer, that could be a problem. So freeze drying the meat, pretty much in a nutshell, don't know all the science behind it, but that machine will freeze the meat, then it will dry it out, and once the process is done, it takes about 24 hours. That meat or whatever food product you can put in a package. You do not have to put it in the freezer. You can put it on the shelf, and that will stay on the shelf and stay good for 25 years. So that's what I'm going after, just getting everything in place so that if anything goes sideways, we're fine. If everything continues to work fine, hey, you know me, I'm having fun regardless. But that's what we're looking at. So, hey, what are you doing to secure you and your family is really the big question. But you guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. We had a wonderful time out there shopping. We have not done this in a long time, where we just went from store to store, place to place, picking up stuff and just out visiting and meeting folks. So we met some good friends. Well, we met some friends who are old friends of ours, but we hadn't spent any time with them in a while. So we spent some time with them, picked up some things, went to the Goodwill, did some shopping there, picked up some items there, got some great deals. Hey, Goodwill is a great place to go bargain hunting. So you'll never know what you'll find there. But you guys enjoy the weekend, be safe, and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.